Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rohit and today we'll talk about a topic called Agile, and this is the new series we are going to start. And in this series we'll talk about that what is Agile, how it is useful in the service now, in where we can implement that Agile in our service now, what are the plugins we need to be installed that in our Agile. Everything we'll talk about one by one. If you need this complete documentation that I'm going to show in the video, you can go and check my website called Snow Expert Rohit, and then in the Snow Expert Rohit, you will get the documentation section. If you click these documentation sections, under this documentation section, you can get these all the document that we have discussed so far in our previous series also. So here you will get that Agile Development 2.0. If you open this Agile 2.0, here you can see the complete development, complete these topics that we are going to discuss one by one. So today we'll basically, before we jump to this, our actual practical scenario, we'll talk about that what is Agile and how this is so much popular in our industry. So in our software industry, or maybe in other all the other fields, the 90% peoples, they are following the method called Agile method, because it's a very quick method, and then it is very user acceptance method for everyone in our industry. They are accepting this Agile method, and it is using for a long time, almost 10 years we are using the Agile method. So for software development, yes, it is very useful, and then it is very acceptable model. So first see that what definition is saying that. So Agile, if you see that what is Agile, so Agile is an iterative approach to the project management and the software development that helps team deliver value to their customer faster and with the fewer headaches. So basically, the what they are trying to say that it's a iterative approach, and then it is used for the project management and development management, and it's quickly it can be delivered quickly, and then it is a and that can help the customer. Okay, so you can see here. Next thing is that instead of being everything on a big bang launch, an agile team deliver work small but consumable increment. So basically, what the agile team do, instead of giving everything the complete product to the customer, they build small part of the things and they deliver to their customer, and then after that it is keep increasing, they are keep delivering that small part, and then after this, after some certain time, it is the development will be completed completely. But meanwhile the user will still be able to use one by one small part, and finally after that they will be able to use a complete project. So basically, most of the company, 90% company, they are using this agile method that I have discussed. How they are doing that? So agile, in this agile work, so let's say that you received a long project, so you received a big large project work. We are splitting into the small chunk, or you can say that iteration, and then that iteration will be assigned to a particular assignment group or particular member. They will complete their work, and then they will release to the customer. Once they release to their customer, they will take a feedback from their customer, and then whatever feedback they will receive from their customer, they will enhance that these things, and then they will release. Meanwhile, after that, they will go to the next iteration, and then they will parallelly work, and then they release that and then take the feedback. So this is how the agile works. So the long project will be divided into the small piece, and then it will be delivered to their customer. Why, let's say that why we need or why we are iterating that. So if you see that nowadays we are running to the digital world, we are working on the digital world, and if you think some idea and you implement after you completely deliver after 2 years or 3 years, and at the end of the 3 years, might be that idea is not that obsolete, that idea is not useful. But meantime, if you deliver this idea in 6 months, a small part, and then you keep on enhancing, that will be more acceptable for the customer. So that's the reason every customer, they are following the agile method. Agile method also have some advantage and disadvantage. We'll talk about that one also. So as I mentioned that agile, it's a frequent delivery. So we can deliver quickly in few days. Okay, and we can take the face to face feedback. So first phase we launch like a building complex. First phase we launch, we take a feedback from the customer, and then same feedback we'll launch to that phase two. We'll take that feedback and then we'll launch to the phase two. And it's a very changeable. We can change very quickly. So it is changeable and it's a very quick change. And then it takes minimum time because we divided the big work in a small part of work, and that's the reason it is taking minimum time, and then it will be very quickly changes. So these also have some disadvantage. Let's talk about the disadvantage. It's a less documentation because the times period is a very small. The developer develops something and then they quickly deliver that, so they don't get much time to do the documentation. Difficult to maintain because as you don't have much documentation, it is very you have the less documentations, and then in future it will be very difficult to maintain because you keep on enhancing your you have so many version. You today you created one version, and after 1 month you create release another version, right? So you have the so many versions, so maintainatively there will be high maintainable. So on an average we can say that agile is a very useful, and 90% company or industry are accepting or using through the agile method, and it's a very quickly deliverable product. So that helps their our customer. Okay, so that's it for today. If you have any question, let me know in my comment sections. In next video we'll talk about that how we can activate the plugins and how we can work actually in this agile method, and what are the terminology we use into the agile method. So thank you very much, have a great day.